This is Craig and Trev here with Movies for Reels. This week we're going to start out with a review of a romantic film. Now, a lot of couples are going to be running out to see Robert Schwenke's The Time Traveler's Wife.
Don't do it.
Well, for once I actually agreed. This disaster of a so-called romantic movie holds no candle to the classic romances of the past.
Like Caddyshack.
Well, that's one example, but a stupid one. I was thinking more like your classic romantic leads, such as Francis Capra, playing Max in Paul Michael Glazer's Kazam.
Kazam wasn't a love story. Kazam was with a G.
Kazam was a love story if you know anything about movies. The classic structure of a love story is in this film. It's just you have to look a little deeper. It's a romance between a boy and his inner genie played by Shaquille O'Neal. You see, it does something interesting with the genre, which is what makes it a classic, and not a cliche piece of garbage.
I don't remember them doing it.
You don't remember a lot of things.
Is that like he was a gay genie?
I mean, you can't possibly say that Kazam is not better than this cliche nonsense of The Time Traveler's Wife. I mean, how many times have we seen a movie where a woman falls in love with a guy who travels through time? I mean, do you think we haven't seen Stuart Gillard's Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time?
We have seen that one.
Yeah, everyone's seen it.
Now we're gonna cut to a short clip from Time Traveler's Wife.
If we must.
So here we see Eric Bana as a time traveler who, although he's missing for many, many years of this woman's life, she's still utterly in love with him. Once again, another romantic standard set by Hollywood that a normal man can't possibly live up to. This time, literally. We literally cannot travel in time.
Well, I don't have such problems in wrestling. However, next we're going to review Chris Weitz' Twilight Saga, The New Moon. Now, in my expert opinion, this sort of old man in a disturbing relationship with a young woman Lolita-type story has never been done as well as it was in the original classic, Steve Carr's Paul Blart Monk Knob.
He meant to say stepmom.
I did not say that. Now, I don't know why everyone in Hollywood thinks they need to become a director.
The money, probably.
Well, in my opinion, Chris White should have stuck with his trade, which is, of course, writing.
What did Chris White's write?
Well, amongst other things, just one of the greatest postmodern satires of recent memory. I'm speaking, of course, of Peter Segal's Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps.
I understand why this chick is so bent out of shape with her pervert vampire boyfriend.
Right.
Like, there's a part where she's catatonic for like a year or so.
And this character, Bella, goes catatonic after a birthday party where she gets a paper cut and then knocks over a cake, and for some reason her ridiculously old undead boyfriend breaks up with her. It's totally unrealistic. I mean, the writer clearly doesn't understand women at all.
Yeah, that would never happen.
Right.
It is unrealistic.
I agree.
Here's a clip from.
Well, that's enough of that. Next we'll review Robert Luketic's The Ugly Truth, starring Katherine Heigl. Now, this is one of those romantic comedies that you feel like you've seen a million times before.
Because you have. I wonder if they get together at the end. What a
I
mystery
wonder.
thriller.
Yes, I was very disappointed with the lighting in this movie. The gaffer, Len Levine, has really lost his touch. He's done some great work in the past. I mean, it was really at the top of his game when he got Joseph McGinty Nichols, Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle.
I enjoyed how it was daytime and then it was nighttime.
Very good. I'm impressed that you noticed that.
I'm impressed that you're impressed.
Yes, well, speaking of Joseph McGinty Nichols, or McG as I like to call him, I'm really disappointed that Hollywood stopped production on his remake of Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, that would have been a great remake.
I can't believe how ridiculous Hollywood is getting. I mean, they wouldn't even know a good idea if it came and took a dump in their nose.
I know, they tried to remake Tremors. No dice. Bacon was not on board. And that brings us to the final movie that we're reviewing, Gamer.
Now, out of all the movies about a person playing a video game who's actually controlling a real live human, this is the 7th worst. And it's even the 2nd worst movie with the title of Gamer.
How many movies about video game do we have?
Exactly. Now, Mark Neveldine and Brian Taylor's Gamer tells the story of something that we as a society would never allow to happen, even with Infinite Continues.
There were explosions, though.
That is true.
I mean, didn't we learn our lesson from the Running Man?
No, despite the incredibly intelligent, nuanced characters of that film, I believe we didn't learn our lesson.
I thought we did.
Well, the message was pretty obvious.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine! Ah!
Now, the attempted social commentary in Gamer pales in comparison to a bold effort, like pairing Dennis Rodman and Jean-Claude Van Damme in Hark Sudi's Double Team. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Movies for Reels. Please join us next week when we have the pleasure of reviewing Sorority Girls.
We'll also be reviewing Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel.
I'm looking forward to that.
It exists.
It is an actual movie. For Reels. See you next time.
Reels.
I'll take it.